Hey guys, and welcome to my 2022 recap. 2022 was a great year and I got to experience many amazing things. In January and February there was nothing special and I just worked in my normal 9-to-5 job. So I start this recap video directly with the month of March. And I tell you something, already in March I experienced my highlight of the year. Enjoy my recap and thank you for your support during the last year. In March, I traveled from my home country Germany to the USA for 3 weeks to perform in the halftime shows of several NBA basketball games. My tour opener was a college basketball game in Las Vegas. Throughout the trip, I uploaded several vlogs to my YouTube, taking you along with me and showing you exclusive backstage insights. In these vlogs, I explain to you how I check out the floor before every show to ensure a flawless show later on. I link you the vlogs here in the video and also in the video description. At my first show, I was very nervous, but that went away with every show I mastered during the tour. After Las Vegas, I went to the first NBA game in Dallas, and also here I took you backstage through my YouTube vlogs. I totally enjoyed performing and even Dirk Nowitzki was sitting in the first row. After my performance, I was totally overwhelmed. I had never experienced anything like that before.
In her first ever NBA halftime performance, please give a Mavericks round of applause for Viola from Stuttgart, Germany. Thanks to Lexus for sponsoring tonight's halftime. Yes!
Did you see how the crowd reacted? Like they were like cheering and like it was so cool. Oh my god. I met a lot of fun mascots and I had a great time in the USA. Traveling with a bike and spare equipment was not always easy, but it all worked out without any problem. This is my really nice backstage room. I don't know if you can see it. I have a couch, there's my costume, my bike is over there, we have a TV and yeah, it's really big, so I have a lot of space where I can warm up here on my mat, for example. I spent a lot of time in some backstage rooms and the moment right before a show was just always magical. From Las Vegas, we made a trip to the Hoover Dam and the Grand Canyon and spent a few free days. On another free day in Las Vegas, we biked all along the Las Vegas Strip and made some really cool videos. I linked the whole video Biketricks in Las Vegas here and in the video description. You definitely have to check it out. April and by the end of May, I was back to my normal 9-to-5 job. In May, the video with Danny MacAskill was finally released. The shooting already took place in 2021. But until the release in May 2022, I was not allowed to talk about it. I was therefore very happy that in May 2022, the video finally came online and that I then was also allowed to upload my vlog about the behind the scenes of the video shoot in Scotland with Danny MacAskill. At the end of May, I flew to the US again, and this time to New York City. I was booked for a wedding and we combined the gig with a sightseeing trip. The wedding and thus my performance took place at the Whale in Brooklyn. It was a beautiful location, not only from the outside but also from the inside. Of course, I also shot a vlog about it. And this one, of course, you also have to watch. And on my YouTube channel, you also find a whole and uncut video of my performance. All those videos you can find in the description of this video. The performance was something very special for me and never before have I worked so hard on a choreography as I did for this show. The music, the venue and the whole event, everything fit perfectly together. The show is over. I feel so overwhelmed because the spectators, they were so like cheering and like enthusiastic, and it was so much fun for me to perform. I really enjoyed it, and I really felt comfortable performing there. Yeah, I feel so happy and so honored that I was a guest now at this wedding from Christine and Brian. Thanks for having me.
After my performance, we used the remaining days for sightseeing, and since I had my bike with me anyway, we made some great videos at great places in New York City. From March to June, I also trained for a TV show. In this show, I was supposed to throw the basketball into the basket standing on my handlebars of the moving bike. I trained a lot for it and also spent a lot of time in the car driving to the gymnastic halls. Unfortunately, the TV production cancelled on me just a few days before the show, and all those training hours were for nothing. I definitely learned from this that in the future I need the other party to sign a contract to make sure things work out. So now I can at least learn from my mistake for the future.
Here is the silver YouTube play button. Oh my god. What an achievement. I'm speechless. I need to get it.
In May, I reached the 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. To celebrate this, YouTube sends the silver play button, which I was very happy to receive. Thank you guys so much for all your support and for making the dream of the silver play button happen. Thank you.
I'm so happy.
In June and July, nothing special happened. I didn't perform and I just worked in my normal day-to-day job. But in this job as press officer, I published the first podcast about the scientific institute I'm working for. I'm really happy that I'm the host of this podcast. In August, I flew to the island of Sardinia for less than 30 hours. The location was with a view of the sea, but the stage was extremely small, so unfortunately, I could not show many tricks. In September, I entered the African continent for the first time in my life. Without a bike, I spent a great vacation in Morocco. I know my channel is called Violalovescycling, but there are sometimes days when I'm glad when the bike is not there. In October, I was invited to the club days of Champions and Friends. In South Tyrol, Italy, I spent 2 great days with exciting personalities. As an active challenge, we were also allowed to try biathlon. Look at number 2. I hit all 5 targets at the first go. Also in October, I went to northern Germany by train to perform in the halftime show for the EWE Baskets. Again, I met a super nice mascot and the audience was amazing. In November, I had my last performance in 2022. Have you ever seen a completely pink arena? That really impressed me. At the end of December, I went skiing for the first time in my life, and this is how it looked on the first day. Of course, I frequently fell, but the years of training in artistic cycling helped me with my balance and fitness, and it didn't take long before I was skiing down steeper slopes. Besides, I'm already training again for my next show, which is coming up in February. I'm excited about what the new year holds for me, and I would be very happy if you support me in the next year, just by simply watching my videos or recommend them to friends. If you do not want to miss any new video, then subscribe to my channel here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I wish you only the best for the new year. See you in 2023.